What's the crack, lads and lassies? It's your boy NightRider91 back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the 360-degree floating paddock stands. As you can see here, I have 3 bikes in the shed, and with the Ducati as a project I need some space. The idea was to push the S1K as close to the wall as possible in order to create that space. So with the first bike being the Ducati, I have the rear paddock stand up on the little rubber feet or rubber pads. Very handy way to lift the rear of the bike if you don't have bobbins. Very secure as well. Fairly straightforward to lift the bike up and down if you want to change the wheel, change the sprocket, or even do a clean. Moving on to the front of the bike then as well, I have the front paddock stand that lifts the front by the bottom of the shocks using the little rubber, I suppose, feet. This is probably my least favorite way of lifting the front. Very easy for the front to fall off the paddock stand as well. But again, fairly straightforward to go up and down if you need to do any cleaning work or maintenance as well. Moving on to the S1K then, I have the rear up on the bobbins. Probably the best way to have the rear lifted. Very secure, easy to maneuver as well, and very easy to pick the bike up and down. Just hold the rear seat, lift the bike into a straight position, and then lift the bike up. Same way when you're taking it down again, and just force the bike onto the kickstand. So then moving on to the front of the S1K, I have it up on a paddock stand as well, just with the rubber feet that you've seen on the Ducati. This is a good way, not the best way of lifting the front. I suppose the headstock stand would probably be the best, which I have yet to get. But as you can see, it's fairly straightforward to lift the S1K onto the front paddock stand, making sure that the feet do grab by the caliper brackets and that everything is free as well. So as you can see here, I'm just showing that there is no side-to-side movement. This is going to be important for when I'm testing out the 360-degree floating paddock stands. So these are the Warrior 360 floating paddock stands, which have caster wheels, 2 wheels on each, I suppose, caster. They have a locking mechanism as well, and they come with, I suppose, the 3 ways of lifting the bike, which is the bobbins, the rubber feet, and the rubber pins as well then. I must say the build quality is very good. They are solid, they are chunky, they're big and heavy, but as you'll see in the video, there is a couple of drawbacks to them. So let's see how close I can get the bike into the wall and how easy it is to maneuver the bike on these stands. First thing I done was lift the rear the same way as I would with the other paddock stand. It is a lot more difficult to lift it with this one, again, because it's chunky, because it's big, and you have to get the casters to, I suppose, roll in the way that you want them to. So got the bike up, and then it was onto the front. Again, making sure that the rubber pads are holding the caliper brackets. As you can see, there's a lot of side-to-side play, and that's due to the casters as well, trying to roll in different directions. The overall rolling of the bike on the tough tiles was fairly straightforward. I was wondering about that as well, to see if it'll be more difficult than, let's say, a concrete floor, but there was no issues there. The only thing is, whenever you're trying to change direction, if the casters are facing the other way, obviously you have to push a bit harder to get them to flip onto the other side, but once it's moving, it's fairly straightforward. My biggest concern and issue with these stands was the side-to-side rigidity. You can't really see it on the rear, as I'm trying to demonstrate here, but you can definitely see it on the front. So just after moving the bike a couple of times, I noticed that the bike was shifting on the stands, which is not ideal and definitely not something that you want if you have, let's say, the wheels off or something like that. As you can see, again, the movement is fairly straightforward. There was no complaints about that, but it is just the rigidity of side to side that I was worried about. Now you'll see from the front, the whole bike was kind of twisted to the side after moving it a couple of times. So this is obviously not ideal. The bike can fairly easily fall off the paddock stand if it does slip off the rubber feet. On the rear as well, same scenario where the bike was a bit twisted just from moving it a couple of times around the shed. So yeah, that was my test. That was all I needed to see. Again, the paddock stands take up a bit more space that I'd like to, so it wasn't gonna fit my needs, and the fact that it was kind of twisted on the paddock stands, I wasn't too happy about that. So I went back to my old paddock stand and just pushed it into the wall and moved it as well, as close as I could. So yeah, my final thoughts on these stands. I think they're about €120, which is good value for money if you don't have paddock stands. If you have a garage that you just want to move the bike around, let's say concrete floor, ideal for that kind of use case. If you're not going to be working on the bike, just moving it, then I think it's safe enough. But yeah, for me, they weren't going to do the trick, so I stuck with the old paddock stands that I had. So again, value for money. Definitely chunky and good build, but it's just that side-to-side stability that I wasn't happy with. If you have the extra coin, it definitely makes sense to spend it on the, let's say, like a center stand where you can move the bike around, and there's definitely other options out there as well. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative and will help you make a decision. That's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe. I'll catch you at the next one. Peace.